Hey, y'all, welcome back. Today, we're checking out Leave Nigel Farage Alone. Hashtag broken news.
Welcome to Broken News. Just leave Farage alone.
Randy Abandon. Great name. He's too orangey for crows. He is a little orangey.
Just leave Farage alone. That's the call from a senior group of newspaper editors and political journalists who coincidentally have ties to right-wing organisations which we are going to say aren't relevant to the story. An open letter says the media should be a bit more charitable when it comes to the leader of Reform UK. Our reporter Carl Gussett is here with more.
Hang on, y'all. I know who Nigel Farage is. He's the guy running against Count Benface. Seriously, though. I've looked him up. Let's see what Wikipedia says about him. He only recently became an MP, but he's resigned, even though you can't really resign as an MP, apparently. You can only be demoted to a different role or something like that. It has to be approved. He was a big proponent of Brexit. He's anti-immigrant, conservative, Reform Party, right. And he was found, this is for my American friends, I know the British folks know this, but he was found to have taken a £5 million gift that could be considered a bribe. And he didn't declare it, he didn't report it, so now there's an investigation. In order, in his mind, to avoid the investigation, he's resigned as MP, even though you can't legally do that. And he thinks that if he does that, that the investigation is going to stop, but it's not really. Anyway, they made this video, I think, a week ago, or maybe 2 weeks ago, before the whole Benface thing came into play. They've made another video since then, but it just came out 2 days ago. I promised them I would wait at least 7 days before I post reactions to their videos, so I'm not reacting to that, but I encourage you to go to their channel and check it out. Give them a like and subscribe. Larry and Paul is their channel. Anyway, okay.
Carl Gussett is here with more. And Carl, it does seem incredibly unfair on Mr. Farage. Why would anyone begrudge him making a living?
That's our top line, is it? That he's been treated unfairly by the media.
Wait. Carl Gussett. Just sniff him. Take these sniffs. He reeks of news.
That he's been treated unfairly by the media.
Right.
That's the line we've been told to take by our owners, yes.
Right, well, clearly the controversy surrounds the Trump bum-tonguer-in-chief who, just prior to running for MP at large of Clacton, received £5 million actual pounds.
The personal gift from a dear friend.
Yes, if you like.
Yo, who gives £5 million as a gift? Buying someone a pint at the pub, that's a gift. A little knick-knack. A JJLA Reacts mug, that's a gift. £5 million? Okay.
Actual pounds.
The personal gift from a dear friend.
Yes. If you like, yeah. A friend with a vested interest in Farage being in power, of course.
Well, maybe, but the two things are unrelated.
Are they? How do you know?
Well, because Mr. Farage said it.
So, if you, for example, were given £5 million by a mate, then you ran for MP and got into power, and then your mate asked you for a favour, you would tell...
I tell them to fuck off, actually, yes. I would tell them to follow the well-established rules around political lobbying.
Feels good to hear someone say it, doesn't it? It's so delicious. It's so juicy.
I just think you're jumping to conclusions. You know, in politics, there can be smoke without fire. But anyway,
really?
You know, all of this is a sideshow.
A distraction.
Well, yes, exactly.
From what? The massive political influence of unelected tech bros? Palantir being handed all of our health data on a plate by our government. The Epstein thing, for which not one man has been prosecuted.
No. It's to stop us focusing on the real issue of whether Zach Polanski paid any council tax ages ago or whether Angela Rayner cheated HMRC.
Well, she's been cleared of that.
A likely story. There's no smoke without fire in politics.
But you just said, like...
Look, all this negativity about Nigel Farage is just wrong. He is just an everyday guy, like you and me. He likes a pint, for God's sake. He smokes fags. He sucks off dogs.
What?
He's an everyday guy.
He sucks off dogs just like everybody. Like a normal guy.
Smokes fags. He sucks off dogs.
What?
He's an everyday guy. One of us.
Everyday guys don't get bunged 5 mil from their mates to buy £1 million house with actual cash.
He needed that money for his security, actually. Have you ever had a cup of milkshake?
Oh, the world's softest material.
But thrown at you? He needed that money. Besides, when he was given the money, he hadn't decided whether to become an MP.
So, okay, then by that logic, any politician could pretend they aren't going to stand for election, get a multi-million-pound gift, and then change their mind.
Right.
Yes. No. Whichever answer supports Mr. Farage.
Right, so you'd be fine if in the run-up to election, someone gave, say, Jeremy Corbyn £5 million.
Well, he wouldn't be much of a socialist if he accepted it, would he? And we can't allow politicians to be bought and paid for.
Yeah, like £5 million.
No, like when Keir Starmer got a suit or some glasses or whatever it was. Look, the point is, Reform UK as a political party...
They're a private company.
As a private company...
Oh, really?
They have a plan to make Britain great again. Booga. Overthrow the establishment.
They consist of mainly old Tory MPs. They literally are the establishment.
No. Look, the thing is, the other parties, they would destroy Britain to death. There'd be nothing left, just purple-haired lesbian trans guys between mainland Europe and Greenland.
That seems a bit dramatic and alarmist. Why would, for example, the Greens want to destroy the country?
Well, they have all these policies, but where is the money coming from?
Wealth tax and carbon tax mainly, I think.
Exactly. Where is the money coming from?
Okay, fine.
This is such a great illustration of some of the debates I see all over mainstream media, in the comments section of YouTube videos, whataboutisms, repeating what the politicians say almost exactly. I think, I don't remember where I heard this, but the people at the top want to keep the people at the bottom fighting each other so they don't realize the people at the top are the problem, right? So they create this whole left-right thing. They bring up issues that are issues, but they exaggerate them. They blame other people just to keep us all fighting each other, keep us arguing. There's a theory, what is it called? The theory of illusory truth? Is that what it is? I gotta look this up, y'all. The theory of illusory truths? Is that what it's called? Illusory truth effect. That's what it is. Now, this is AI, so, take it with a grain of salt, but, I think it's right. The illusory truth effect is a psychological phenomenon. Y'all, I have a degree in psychology. I don't know if you knew that. So I feel like maybe I have a thing to stand on. I have a degree. Where's my degree? It's in a box, but trust me, I have a degree in psychology. The illusory truth effect is a psychological phenomenon where repeated exposure to a statement makes you more likely to believe it is true, regardless of its actual accuracy. So I feel like everyone on the left and the right, we're told these things over and over and over, and we tend to believe it more than we believe our own eyes, right? And we tend to believe these things are a big issue when maybe it's not really a big issue. Reading on. This happens because familiarity makes the information easier for your brain to process, which is mistakenly interpreted as validity. So we're being fooled. Both sides are being fooled, y'all. If you couldn't tell by now, I am center-left politically, but I also acknowledge that both sides are guilty of this. The theory revolves around a concept called processing fluency. When you hear a claim repeatedly, it creates an experience of processing fluency, meaning your brain recognizes and digests the information faster, because familiarity often correlates with truth in the natural world. Our minds take a mental shortcut, equating this cognitive ease with factual accuracy. It feels good. It feels good to be proven right. It feels good to have these things affirmed. Right? The mechanics of this phenomenon reveal several counterintuitive traits. Overpowers prior knowledge. Even if you already know a statement is false, repetition can make you question your own memory and eventually accept the falsehood. This is some George Orwell 1984 stuff, y'all. Expertise offers little protection. Studies show that subject matter experts and highly analytical thinkers are just as vulnerable to the effect as anyone else due to knowledge neglect. So I just claim that I'm an expert. jokingly, of course, but, you know, we're all susceptible to it. And I would argue that people who think of themselves as experts are probably more susceptible to it because they think, oh, I could never be fooled. I could never be fooled by something like that. But because they're overconfident about some issue, they can totally be fooled. Not limited to words. The effect isn't just about hearing the same sentence over and over. Factors that increase processing fluency, such as presenting information in an easy-to-read, high-contrast font, also make statements seem more accurate. Whoa, now that's some deep monkey brain stuff right there. Just by reading something in a high-contrast font. Also makes statements seem more accurate. That's scary. That's scary. According to the American Psychological Association, the bias is a major driver of misinformation, false news, and conspiracy beliefs. Marketers, advertisers, and political campaigns also rely on this effect to increase the perceived validity of their claims. Y'all, so next time you find yourself arguing with someone on the other side, like, hey, let's have some empathy, you know? We're all being fooled. We're all being fooled. We're all being fooled. Maybe that's where I should end that statement. We're all being fooled. We're all more alike than we are different. I'm not defending Nigel Farage. I think he has some tough lessons to learn. I pray to God Count Benface wins. He'll actually probably do a lot more for the city than Nigel Farage would. Okay, back to Larry and Paul. Sorry to stop for so long, but I just wanted to say that.
But where is the money coming from?
Wealth tax and carbon tax mainly, I think.
Exactly. Where is the money coming from?
Well, okay, well, fine. Well, what are reforms policies?
Easy. Send the brown people back. Cut everybody's tax.
Right.
The brown people...
You've done the brown people.
Right. Cut everybody's tax.
Right, okay. So, and how are they paying for that?
Well, they don't have to say yet, do they?
Right.
Right. Well, that's all very clear then, isn't it? Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah, they don't have to say yet. They just have to say, I'm going to fix it. I'm going to fix it all. And people are like, okay, he said he's going to fix it. I trust him. I guess he said it really plainly. He said it in a way I can understand. He didn't get into a bunch of pragmatic numbers and things, so I guess he's right.
What a lovely story. That's all from Broken News. You're up to date.
Y'all be sure to go to Larry and Paul and like and subscribe. Awesome. I just want to take a peek at this.
Nigel Farage, the leader of private company cosplaying as political party Reform UK, is about to make a speech on his future. We will, of course, bring you that brazen propaganda in full, broadcasting a live stream from Reform UK headquarters.
Okay. I love this photo, first off. But I promise that I promise these guys I'll wait a week before I post a reaction to this. So I'm not gonna play the whole thing. But be sure to go to their channel and watch this one too. Give them a like and subscribe. Before we go, there's another Larry and Paul video I want to react to. One of Count Benface's main agenda points is that he wants to build one affordable house. One affordable house. Which honestly is more than probably a lot of politicians have managed to do. So I want to check out this Larry and Paul video. Working people should lower expectations. #Broken News.
Welcome to Broken News. People in the UK who have a salaried job and...
This guy's name is Vulva Priority, a naturally spirited V12 news anchor. Okay.
In the UK who have a salaried job and expect a half-decent quality of life, like in the olden days, are being told to grow up and get at least 3 more jobs. The message comes from self-appointed lifestyle guru and hereditary peer, Baroness Arabella de Chauncey Trevelyan St John Smythe. Our reporter has more.
Wow.
Time was, up until roughly the 1980s, a family with a sole breadwinner could...
Ran here straight from your mom's house without even showering.
80s, a family with a sole breadwinner could comfortably afford a decent house, a modest car, and support a growing family. But for reasons that Broken News is not going to bother investigating, that dream is now absolutely dead, and people are being told by the super rich to drastically lower their expectations, which
Yo, this is in America too. I feel it.
seems totally reasonable. One of the country's richest people, and therefore someone we should really listen to, Baroness Arabella says she thinks that people should just get off their stained council house sofas and bloody work, and that she learned valuable lessons after starting a bespoke lobbying firm, an equine wellness retreat, a central London art gallery, and a modelling agency in Dubai, all with less than £5 million in seed funding from her parents.
Oh, interesting. He said £5 million. Interesting. Look at this photo. She is surrounded by jewels. I know this is a fake person. I pray to God this is a fake person. This has to be a fake person, right? She's not real, y'all. Thank God. Okay, first of all, I appreciate her name. That is exactly the kind of name that she would have. A lobbying firm, an equine wellness retreat, that's like horses, an art gallery in London, and a modeling agency. Of course, those are the businesses. Brilliant.
In Dubai, all
In
with
Dubai.
less than £5 million in seed funding from her parents. And while all those businesses failed without impacting on her family's wealth thanks to a government bailout, her words are being backed up by one of Britain's most respected businessmen.
A government bailout, y'all. Okay.
Private equity bigwig Toby Clonsterford Booth, who last year took over the family firm from his late father, Lord Maxwell Clonsterford Booth, says Lady Arabella is absolutely right. The 37-year-old, who made his name from asset stripping and plundering public services for profit, says working people should consider stopping their Netflix subscriptions so that they have enough for a horrible-looking new build in the northern town of Leeds, for example. A bargain.
£1.1 million. Deposit £231,000 or 308,000 avocados. Monthly repayments £5,126 or 856 times Netflix. What does the terms and conditions say? Yes, this is a real house, although it looks like what Grok would come up with if you asked it for ugly and modern. When did we stop building things with any pride? The Victorians would be rolling in their massive ornate graves. Anyway, over £1 million for a family home in North Leeds. Question mark, Leeds? Granted, it is a detached, but still. One of our friends is single and wants to get in on the property later. Among the actual pieces of advice she got was to go to a house auction and buy one of those flats full of asbestos and needles. Then gradually do it up. Like she doesn't have anything better to do than spend all of her time and money just so she can have a place to live that isn't going to fill her lungs with black mold as soon as she falls asleep. We've just realized that you probably don't have any time to read this because you need to be off to work so that you can make enough to pay your water bill, which has just gone up 200%. Cool. I'm here for you, Larry and Paul. I stop and read it.
In the northern town of Leeds, for example. A bargain. Well, his words have been echoed by billionaire, man of the people, petrochemical magnate Sir Rimington Jackcliffe, who says the idea of leisure time is childlike, outdated and fantastical. He's tweeted that if you want to see your kids in the evening or go out at the weekend, you should expect to have to work evenings and weekends. He also has another solution for low-income families. Just keep working. He suggests until you're 79 or however long you people live these days. Well, some charities which represent poorer people have called the comments insulting, ignorant and incredibly unsympathetic. Those people are being told to shut up and fuck off. Back to you.
Thank you. What a lovely story. That's all from Broken News. You're up to date.
I love the photo that says Land of Opportunity with Tent City. Y'all be sure to check out my video about Count Bimface running against Nigel Farage. And be sure to go to Larry and Paul and like and subscribe. Check out their other videos. I'd like to thank my patrons. I'd like to thank my Buy Me a Coffee folks. Thank y'all for watching this with me. Vote Count Bimface. And I'll see y'all next time. Later.